And the fact of knowing, like, she wrote it a decent bit beforehand, too.
Yeah, it was like a month or so ago.
I know, that was funny.
Um,
She knew her friends well. And that she can't leave them alone.
Our friends are predictable.
They walk into a town, the town is on fire.
Yep.
okay.
Give me a sec. Stevie, can you hop on?
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
There we go.
It's been a while, Kyle and Jan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like forever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just wait a sec.
Oh, that's actually really refreshing right now.
That doesn't feel right.
Damn it! I think I. Oh no! I hear the music. Cool. So we're gonna start with Azel.
Yay.
Well, actually, before we start, where is it? Hey.
Why am I dead? No, I don't want to be dead.
Yes, you're dead.
Yep, you're
Kill
dead.
him.
No.
You wield rapiers and not a katana. That's not the real you.
83. Okay, I'm good.
Monster. So Azel, during your time as in the so after parting ways with Altia and Ford, you make your way to the Tower of Palantas, the deep north, and you start studying and preparing to pass your test of Magi. It takes you longer than expected because you're not a wizard nor a sorcerer.
You suck!
So you basically have to make up for everything that is not like natural for you. And during that time, at some point in time, you find a pendant just like sitting there in your room. Apparently, you left the window open, and that pendant looks like kind of a shield made of like of two wings, and there's like white plumes all over your desk.
You mean feathers?
Man, the
Yeah,
park gets showered in all the magical stuff.
Oh, I have like 3 things now.
Yeah, all the stuff.
Yeah, how are those extra levels treating you?
I don't feel special anymore. Adrian caught up.
Okay, you caught up.
I was ahead of you.
Don't fight. Don't
I know.
fight.
I'm not. I'm just being an ass. I mean, granted, I always have Eldritch Smite, so.
And I pick up and inspect the necklace.
It looks made of beautiful silver, and like I said, the pendant is seems like to be a shield made of two wings, folded on themselves, and you feel like a thundering in your fingers as you hold it.
Interesting. Well, as I don't yet know identify, I guess I go around the tower and look for somebody who can see if there's anything special about this necklace.
Ah, that's easy.
Trickle feeling.
You
Yeah.
can even where is it? Spark. No. No. I think it's. I always forget. Yeah, you can even go to the front desk and ask Zarmung, the tiefling. He does that. He's usually bored, so it's gonna amuse him.
Well, I do just that. I go down to the front desk. I speak to my friend.
He's like, "Ah, Azrael, it's so good to see you. I feel so lonely here, especially in this time of winter. Nobody comes here."
Yeah, the cold outside tends to mean people prefer staying indoors. At least you don't have to go walk the grounds or anything.
No, it's quite quiet actually.
Well, here's a little something that can maybe give you interest going. What do you make of this? And I toss him the necklace.
He's like, "Oh, a puzzle. I like puzzles. Uh, give me a couple of minutes. I need to gather my stuff."
No
And
rush, no rush.
he opens like drawers in his desk and pulls out like candles, some chalk, and like a scroll, a big book, and he starts reading and he's like concentrate for like a minute, and he hums like arcane words, and then he holds the pendant, and he closes his eyes, opens them, and they're like pure white, and he closes them again, and he's like, "Well, Azael, what you have here is quite impressive. One of a kind. Where did you find it?"
It was left for me in my room.
"Yeah, that must be a present from the gods."
Oh, is this what he got for winning the battle?
Ah, it holds powerful conjuration magic, and it can summon to your aid an entity from the beyond, an otherworldly being, slave through the war.
Very interesting.
But it needs you to power the pendant. But I'm sure you are skilled enough. You'll become an ally of the Magi after all.
Suppose so. Well, interesting. I'll out at some point and see just what I can summon.
Be very careful. Summoning is intricate art. We wouldn't want somebody who is not meant to pass here to come along. But have a good day.
Thank you, friend.
I
And I
want
walk
my
off.
pleasure. Come back again. And he just kind of stands up, two hands on his desk, and he's just like, he wiggles a little bit. "Come again. I'm bored."
I just keep walking away.
Okay. Like I said, it takes you a while to do your test of magi. You're gonna be able to select one spell per level. We're gonna do that level later. That you're able to cast, and you will earn a scroll of them because that's part of your test. Basically, you need to scribe 2 scrolls of each level of spells you're able to cast, and the tower keeps one, and you keeps the other. That's how they make money.
I suppose, yes, fair enough.
That's one way they make money. They sell parts of like the fruits of the tests. You don't have to partake in the full test because you're just going to be an ally, recognized ally of the tower. So you miss out on all the traumatic events that usual adepts have to go through, and you hear of the eternal room, where basically trial trial students enter and don't come out for like months and months. And so you escape that. You don't have to do that. So for you, it's mostly paperwork, showing off everything you're able to do, everything you're able to cast. They basically judge you on um, the threat that you pose to
1
the
out of
world
10.
and to the order, and how they could use you in the future. Basically, they kind of like build a case on you, all the information they can gather about your magical abilities, which could be useful to them in case they have to call for your help. They're able to pinpoint who's the best person for each task. And after a while, um, you get used to the pendant just sitting there on your chest. And from the moment you put it on and you really get used to it, you never again feel alone. It's like you always have someone like watching over you.
It's
Aw.
like the opposite of the sorrow armor.
Yes. And after a while, you even like start feeling far, far away some kind of energy that draws you. You're it's difficult to make out what it is, and like you're still learning. But you're like you're sure it comes from the pendant. It's some twisted magic or something that like you don't really understand. It takes you roughly a little bit over a year to finish your test and all the ceremonies and um, like all the interviews and stuff like that. It's a lot of paperwork and a lot of procedures, and you end up being you succeed on your test, and you end up being titled friend of the Order of High Sorceries. You are given a long red coat because everyone like who has completed the test either wore a long black, white, or gray robe, while you're given a red coat to signify that you're a friend of the order, and you're basically tolerated.
How typical of the British getting a red coat.
I know, I was about to say, right? All right,
And,
so that is Friend of the Order of High Sorcery.
Yeah,
Am I a friend of the Order of High Sorcery?
no,
Oh, you ran away.
you're a friend of Zon.
That's true. He does like me.
Yeah, he thinks you're cute.
Oh, of course he does. You know how he's described in my sheet because I started writing people's names.
No.
Tower of Magi attendant with a lisp.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate, isn't it?
And so you already missed the date that you, Ford, and Altia decided to meet in Corvosa. So you basically send for words from them, and because basically when you finish your test, they don't have stuff like calendars or stuff like that in the order. They're not like time for them is irrelevant because magic is like forever, and study like they're in their studies and everything. And you've heard rumors that like that goes back to one of like the headmaster of old, who said that basically having track of time would distract young students, and that they should just forget time and go as long as they can. So yeah, you figured out that it's been over a year. You missed your deadline, and you sent a courier to Corvosa to inquire about Ford. And after like a month or so, um, words are back, and you learn that something happened in Corvosa. Um, that the leader of the merchant guild, Devargo, was attacked by three individuals, and that for a while they had the martial law over there. Um, you
Sweet.
also you also learn that Trinia was involved and that she's been this been like excommunicated from the order, and that she is to be captured on site or killed by a member of the order, and that a lot of mage slayers have been dispatched. Yeah, and you hear that Ford and Althea have actually moved north. They've been like closer to you than you thought. In Cydia, which is like a couple of days west,
Hmm.
but that they're currently on a political journey outside of the continent.
Interesting. Don't
And
know
you,
this Trinia person.
people know you know her.
I know they've seen us travel together. That was a more just
Yes,
an aside.
and when Trinia passed her test of magi, you were with her, and you scribed scroll.
Oh yeah, that's true. The last break.
Exactly. So they know you are acquaintances. And
Let me roll a deception.
no, but like people just don't, because everyone liked Trinia. They like you after hearing the news, um, you ask like ush a couple of people, and everybody liked Trinia, but everybody knew that she was extremely short tempered, and
Oh, did I ever tell you guys about the time she blew up a void ship?
Or the time she blew up a bridge.
or the time that she blew us up.
And that other
Bitch
time.
is a loose cannon.
Literally.
So you become like one of the most popular guy in high school while bitching Trinia, and people just like come around you to hear the tales of like the renegade Trinia.
In her defense, most of that was my fault.
and you're unsure what to do right now because like you've done what you had to do. You don't even know where like half of your old party is. You have no news of Edrin, Carestia, or Savant. You know where Ford and Altia are probably, but it's far, far, far away. And without the help of Trinia, who can teleport, it's quite difficult to go to the other continent without knowing where to look. So you focus a little on the that feeling that you could not like shake, that like attraction far to the it. You were able like with meditation and like um, researching magical effects and stuff like that, to pinpoint that it's actually far. Um, Let me check my map. It's far to the southeast, and the more you get used to that feeling, you recognize it as a rift a dimensional rift, and you're sure of it. It's like that must be some kind of planar magic, and the first thing that comes to your head is Volo, because Volo is the foremost specialist in planar travel and planar beasts in Asgolod, like the continent.
Who the fuck is Volo?
You never asked. So it must be him, or at least he must be close, like to that point, because that would probably be like the thing of the century for him.
Right. Well, I best be making my way towards there then. If as I finish the trial, urgent matters to attend to.
Mm-hmm. And so basically, they allow your leave, and because that's a great tower. So what's his face? Th-
Oh, you talk about Zarmonk?
no, he doesn't. He doesn't have anything to say. I think it's Hill. Yeah, Barrett Hillmall, who was Trinia's mentor and who's the leader of this tower. Allows you to leave. He's a gray cloak, so he just like a kind of a prayer, because it's not a religious order, but like for them, magic is like a religion. So he hums a prayer, saying like typical of gray cloaks. They're so annoying. He's like, seek knowledge for knowledge's sakes, not for power or for any other mean, but just to protect it and to have a strong foundation for creativity and building the future.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they're little special people, aren't they?
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna do anything, or just stare at each other silently?
So you take your leave?
Take my leave.
Okay. So it's difficult to just follow that sensation at first, because like it's so new to you. And it's like learning to use a compass. Like sometimes you get lost. You get to a small village, and you stay there a couple of days just to find like your new bearings and like landmarks and stuff like that, and try to figure out like the exact direction of where this force is pulling you. And so it takes you a vague amount of time to find yourself in the small village of Lanner Coast, just north of the Cheliax border. And you're sure of it after this vague amount of time. You are close to it, but like you're not used to that power enough to like find the exact location. It's kind of like having a GPS with like it's in the in this mile.
How very conveniently vague.
This vague distance. And but you're sure that it's close to this village, and you're actually surprised to find a village here, because it's not on any maps you've ever seen, and you're like far away from everything you've known, out of the reach of Corvosa, Gawain, and Cydia. You're in a completely different country, just north of the Chilaxian border, and yeah, you find yourself in this village, and like it's an unknown part of the world for you. You can see that the village is mostly human, and it's a fishing village with a mining industry. Also, because they're close to like a chain of mountains. But people look actually like happy and like warm to strangers. One, until they see the color of your skin, uh, where they like when they give you like a weird look, but they're not like openly hostile. They don't seem to have seen dark elves that much. They're just like weirded out by what you are. They they know you're probably elvish, but like, what are you? And it's mostly human. Half of the city is basically the docks, and it's really small, like maybe 1,500 people living in the city and in the town. And your compass is going crazy, but like you don't have a direction anymore. But like you feel the overwhelming presence of this like dimensional rift.
All right. Well, I guess since I can't point the exact source of it, I will hang out for a little while, and yeah, just sort of inquire with the locals and see if they've heard anything unusual.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Done.
Give me a
He's
sec.
he's now the mayor of the village.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my girlfriend brought me food, so I was like, "Oh, I owe you a kiss."
Aww.
Fair enough. I wish mine would.
Vince, get on it.
It's Frankie's turn.
Okay, so yeah, people, you're good at this. People
Yes,
respond.
it has been noted.
Yes, people respond really well to your charm, and just like the chipperness of your character, and they feel like you're not threatening. 1 out of 10, like the tower, your score.
It's canon now.
That's fine. Appearances are deceiving.
And
I'm very happy with being underestimated in this world.
yeah, you won the fucking battle royale. Don't forget who's king.
That's true.
Yeah, so people open up fairly easy, and you're just like entrancing them with your parlay. So you hear that it's like Thunder Coast is just like it's fairly invisible. They don't owe fealty to anyone or anything. The biggest city is to the north. It's called Edenwell. You didn't stop there because it was not on your compass's route. But Edenwell doesn't really care about them. They're they are like the easiest way to the ocean, but they're not considered like a tactical place to hold, and they want to stay that way. So, like when villagers are traveling elsewhere, they never give like the right coordinate or the exact coordinate to find the village, and like it is common measure to just like not say the name of the village and keep it simple, keep it not a secret. It's not a guarded secret, but like not talk about it because it's calm, it's good. Historically, the village has always been outside of like warring factions and stuff like that. Chiliax is to the south, and they really don't like they don't want to be annexed. Um, they just want to do their thing. And but like lately, a lot of people have gone missing. Um, it's some people are concerned, especially like not the elderly or like babies or stuff like that, but like the capable men have been lost. Um, some people say that they just get tired. They just got tired of like the small village life, and they went to Edenwell or Chiliax. Um, but like the most uh,
Suspicious.
suspicious one. No, not suspicious.
No.
Quelqu'un qui
Perceptive.
no, people who are superstitious one think that something is amiss.
Interesting. Sounds like we have a mystery on our hands, guys. It's here.
And then he looks behind him, and he's alone.
But at least I have you, Necklace.
You see,
And your ghost statue.
and you don't feel alone.
Well then, maybe I'll just stick around a little longer and see if I can't. Strange that so many young and capable people would just suddenly decide to move to a city with no prior indications.
People just reply like the most like unconcerned people just respond that Cheliax is always in a state of like semi-war with a neighboring like a kingdom, so maybe they were scared of being conscripted in the Chilaxian army and they just fled north. It happens. A small village. There's not a lot to offer for the youth.
Well, still all the same. I'll spend the next few days at least just side around the town and just again observing and trying to see if there really is anything amiss, or if, as they say, it's just coincidence.
Mm-hmm. One of the passing town folk that you talk to just says, "Well, while you're in town, people go to the Leaky Tap to sleep, so that's where they see the most travelers, and that's where most of the men go for a pint after their hard day of work. So, pretty sure that's where the barman there is kind of like the therapist of the town, listening to everyone's problems. So, if somebody has heard anything, probably him."
That'd be a nice place to start. Sounds good. And I head off to the local bar.
So you get to the Leaky Tap, and I'll let Vince explain what the Leaky Tap looks like and what do you find in the Leaky Tap.
Okay, so you open the door, and the main room of the bar essentially is just a few, like a half dozen tables, round tables, with simple chairs, nothing too fancy. The bar is a classic wooden tabletop. Like the whole place is very like all made of wood, rustic, like little town bar. And then to the right of the bar, there are stairs going up to where the very few rooms for accommodations are. There's only like 2 or 3 rooms because there's never that many like travelers, and that's also where the bar owner sleeps. Said bar owner is sitting in the corner on a particularly large chair, just observing all the tenants. And behind the bar is a young teenage girl working the bar at the moment. And inside the bar, there is currently only one tenant who's currently passed out on a table, his hand still on a half drank pint.
I go up and I say, "Good sir, would you happen to have a room for me?"
Oh, you're a different one. I've never seen somebody so. And he stands up. He's about 5 feet, but he's pretty much as wide as he is tall, making him look like a little square. He's incredibly like muscular, not wearing a shirt, and like very simple like pants. And he's staring at you through thick glasses. It's like, you're very different. Where do you come from?
Well, as you've noticed, I...
Wait. You are talking to me without a drink in your hand. Lazuli, get this man a drink, the finest of our ale. I'm assuming that will not be a problem if you walked into a tavern?
Lazuli coughs at you and she's like, and she starts serving, and she just like puts her hair, like one side of her hair behind her ear. She's like, and she just nods, and you know that like she didn't want to work tonight. She wanted like to go with her friends.
She might not look like much, but she's a hell of a helper. Right, Lazuli? And he has the big smile on his face.
And she puts the pen down and she's like, and she walks away, like arms crossed.
Say, worry not too much, my dear. I've known his like before, and I tip her a silver.
Anyway, welcome to the Leaky Tap. You say you want a room?
Yes, at least for the next few nights.
What brings you in town?
Well, I'm something of a traveler, and through a series of events, I sort of found myself here in this town.
He kind of crosses his arm. A traveler, you say? Many people travel. You don't make much money traveling. You sure you can afford such a beautiful establishment such as the Leaky Tap?
Well, I'm certain I can. Oh, hold on a sec, guys. Phone call.
Darn no technology things coming through the game.
Listen, you heard something? Okay, so yeah, okay. You back?
Sorry, food here. Anyways, where was I?
Not on the phone.
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm quite a person, but
Wait, guys, sorry. Gunther, will you go back to your wife and kids? They need you, and you're still drunk in my tavern on a Monday night.
I'm still paying it, Harry.
Yes, but this is for your own good. Gunther, go home. You're drunk.
Aye. See you tomorrow, Rocco.
He's a good man, a good father, a good husband, but a big drunk. I love him dearly, but he needs self-control. Sorry, what were you saying? It's not important anymore. Anyway, you want a room. I want a room. Lazuli, how much do the rooms cost again?
5 silver a night.
Good. It'll be 4 silver for you. I like your style.
why? Thank you.
How does the bar look again? Like, as in the bar itself, where the bartender is.
Just a simple wooden bar.
Does
like
it
just one big
curve?
block of wood.
Okay, so
No,
it's
it's just square.
okay. Well, the bartender would kind of see, like, right on the edge of the bar itself, like the smaller side, a green hat slowly coming up as she and a little pink-haired, a pink-haired girl kind of sticking her head up, going, "Psst, can I have a drink, please?"
What is that? I love it!
She jumps up and looks at Rocco. Hi! She rubs the back of her head.
He kind of bent down. It's very rare for me to look down on someone. My apologies, kind lass.
She's 5'4".
Oh, Rocco looks up at her.
It's nice to meet you too.
You're not from around here either.
Nope. Nor
This is
Saika.
perplexing.
As she looks around, speaking of, where is he? Saika!
Not long after you see her called, you'd see a tall, like middle-aged looking half-elf walk into the tavern shuffling a deck of cards. I just turned my head away for 1 minute and you end up causing trouble. She's not causing you trouble, is she?
Not causing trouble yet.
No, nobody can cause Rocco trouble.
That is great to hear. Some people don't seem to appreciate how friendly she can be.
Aw, they just don't like
Contrary,
positive
she's
attitude.
quite the entertaining thing.
You really think so?
As a bard, I know entertaining, and you are full of it.
You're a bard? Oh, please tell me you have an awesome song you can sing!
I do, but not now, my dear.
Aww!
It's not even evening yet. I save the best songs for after a hearty supper. and when
You know
it's
what?
still dark.
I have the perfect solution to this little predicament we seem to be having. The fact that we all don't have drinks right now. Lazuli, you know the drill. Get these people some drinks.
Yay!
Yes, Lazuli do this, Lazuli do that. I'm a bartender, but I never do anything. And she's saying that while she's serving like the thing. She's like, oh, I'm the owner. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Oh, that's great. Oh, do this, Lazuli. Do this, Lazuli. Oh yes, your twin brother is gonna just run around and do errands and take half an hour to go to the pier. Yeah, sure, Lazuli. And then she goes in the back.
Don't mind her. She's just at that age, you know. The age where you don't know any better.
Oh my god.
as like his plate full.
I can't even.
It's like
Between pins and shit. Oh god.
So,
I just start drinking. Fuck it.
how very rude of you to take the first drink. But I raise my glass to new encounters and interesting new people. We don't get many visitors here in... What's the name of the place again? You know what? It doesn't matter. Drink up.
it's Lanner Coast.
Nah, it's fine. I spun it in character.
Allura would lift the glass. Oh, sorry. Aru would lift the glass here before drinking it and trying
Yep,
to drink it in
Saika
one gulp.
Saika would lift his as well. Huzzah!
So as they're drinking, Rocco kind of like leans back on his chair and looks at the other two men at the table with him, and he's like, "You guys look like pipsqueaks."
Which man?
The two guys.
Which ones?
You and Azael.
Yeah, the two guys that aren't me.
And I'm not a dude. I could look like a dude.
So, what makes it so men turn so soft and squishy?
Saika's not soft and squishy.
Look at him. He looks like he could barely lift a piece of paper.
Saika would give a hearty laugh. He was actually a relatively fit elf dressed in a mix of chainmail and leather clothing, kind of looking like a common Caravan Guard or Ranger, or someone that was obviously a blade for hire. And at his hip, you'd see a sheath short sword, along with a flail and a rolled up whip.
So what do you answer to my insulting you?
Well,
It's a
Take it.
challenge. Accept.
you just sit there and laugh. Well, how about we prove I'm not scrawny?
Okay, how do you expect to do that?
Arm wrestle!
Oh, lady, you do not want to start that.
Oh, come on! It'll be super fun!
Roko stands up and then just like flexes. Look at these muscles. They are the things of legend. I have crafted these muscles over years of training. He looks like but a child before the might of my strength.
Still, such a strong man wouldn't. Why would you want to back away from a friendly challenge?
Oh, Roko doesn't back down from any challenge. I just don't want to humiliate you in front of your friend.
Ah, that's okay. It's okay. She kind of like just pats her hand as if it was really nothing.
And Saika would just shrug. If I lose, I lose. I have many other talents that keep me prideful.
How about you? What's your name, Dark One?
That would be Zale.
How about you, Azael?
Oh, I'm not much of the arm wrestling kind. I have people that do that for me.
Where are these people? You seem to be traveling alone.
Oh, they're not here. They're off arm wrestling other people.
Fair enough. Okay, sir, let's
Mhm.
do this.
I wager a gold on the child.
Okay, so
Now, it's rude to be to do that against the owner of this establishment, unless he permits pets.
to do wait, what?
It's
There
rude
is.
for-
I'm placing a bet against you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're placing a bet against me? Ah, a fool and their money are soon parted. No worries. Bets are definitely authorized here. We like a challenge and a good bet. Okay, put your arm on the table. It's taking too long. I need to show you your place.
Saika would
Okay.
just give a good-natured laugh, and put his arm on the table.
So we do like a strength check.
Before that though, I'm gonna
He's
jump
gonna
in.
cheat. He's gonna cheat.
I cast enhance ability on Saika. Psycho.
Saika.
All right.
Do I notice?
Pretty sure you do. That some magic has been.
I turn around and look at Azel. Now, that is not the way
Yeah.
of an honorable man.
Because it's vocal, somatic, and material. So he has his music instrument in his head. He's gesturing, and he's actually like chanting arcane words.
Saika would just sigh and shake his head. Come now, my friend. This is supposed to be a fair and fun challenge.
It doesn't matter. Get all the enhancements you like. It doesn't matter before the might that is Roko.
Fine with it.
If he's the owner, if he's fine with it, I'm fine with it.
Okay, so you're gonna roll a straight strength check.
All right.
And
So
it's
is that a saving throw or just a +4?
just a plus of your stat, and
Okay.
it's gonna be like basically almost like a skill challenge. So it's we're gonna go by round, and it's the best of 3. It's
Okay.
it's the best of 3.
Okay.
Well, that's starting off nice.
Oh wow!
All right. Let's see.
So first round goes to Saika. Saika.
Saika.
Saika.
Saika.
Nope.
And
No, never mind.
oh, you have advantage.
I have advantage because I
Ah.
used the spell.
Yeah, so the 13 and 14 are for the first round, so you win that round. 20, roll another time for the second round. You lose and roll twice for the third round. So it's sight at the end. At
Ew.
the end.
They were both
11,
bad.
And I haven't seen the last one.
No, that was a double, like 2d20s.
Oh.
6 and
So-
8.
Yeah, they were both bad.
Saika starts with starts strong, and then slowly it comes back like in the middle.
In the middle of the arm wrestling, Orko just starts laughing. Ha ha ha! This is a grand old time. These old bones haven't known such strength in quite some time, but you have so much to learn. Let me show you.
And he's just like, and people are just cheering and so like, yeah, Rocco, yeah, you've done it again, yay! Show this traveler, yes.
Rocco puts a foot on his chair and then like postures and then flexes and is like, Rocco never loses. But it was a good match, despite the attempts at meddling.
Made it interesting is all.
Well,
Well worth the gold.
I don't want your money. Rocco doesn't fight for hire. Rocco just Rocco's. Anyway, the night is getting long. Lazuli's already left. I don't want to bartend for much longer, so everybody get the fuck out of here!
People, what? Oh, okay. And they take their 10 card out.
Oh yeah, we still need a place to stay, don't we?
Don't worry, we've still got a room. If you guys don't mind sharing, the room's yours.
We don't mind at all.
Fair enough. I hardly really require the room much.
No, you have your own room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're talking about
Estelle has
just
already
those
his room.
ones.
Yeah,
Cool.
follow me. It's upstairs. Watch the head. The ceiling's low.
And you hear the door just like smash open, and you have Lazuli who's like, Rocco, quick!
What is it? I'm showing these fine strangers to their room.
Lepis was I don't know how to pronounce it in English. Lepis?
Yeah, it's lapis.
Lepis is was on an
Actually, no, it's lapis. I don't know.
Lapis. Lapis was on an errand in town, and some men just came out of nowhere with armors and weapons, and they took some of the people from the town. Lapis was one of them. He fought them off, but they swarmed them.
They did what? Who put a hand on my lapis?
I didn't see any. I didn't see anything. I just heard about it. People are like pretty shaken in town. We need to go. My bro.
Okay. The rooms are upstairs. The second and the third are your rooms. You crash in for the night. Tomorrow morning, might have breakfast. I don't know. That'll depend on things. Lazuli, show me the way.
Fuck that, I'm not missing this, and I follow.
We can't stand idly by without offering a hand.
Mm-mm.
Rocco turns around and is like, this is no matter for paying strangers. This is a matter that is dealt with internally by the people of the village. You no need to concern yourself. Rocco is on the case. It will be resolved.
Lazuli gives you like a tap, on the back of your head, and she's like, "No, it's not. No time for this. If they want to help find my brother, now is not no time for honor or this crap."
I will get your brother back. Do not worry. Has Rocco ever lied to you or disappointed you? And please don't say that time last week.
You asked for it.
Anyway, just stay stay out of harm's way, but we do appreciate the extra hands. And we kind of follow. I follow. I run out the door towards Lazuli.
Start running. You quickly come in town, and you see that like one house has been like set ablaze, and people are helping some people that like try to stand in the way of what happened, and they're like wounded. You see sword wounds on people. Um, you see like the tracks of horses and people like tracks of people getting dragged south.
This is different.
And there's no militia in town. It's like such a small village. There's like maybe 10 guy who just like patrol, but it's like your neighborhood friendly patrol.
I've lived here for over 30 years and never village been attacked by a force of this size. Where's the chief?
And you see him, the old man, and just comes and is like, Rocco, I've never seen this in all my life.
Who were they?
They were men wearing black, with horses, with a look that I've never seen. They smell of evil. They were almost demons.
What would demons want with our little village?
I don't know. They captured all the young men. If we didn't lose enough already.
Okay. I will pursue them. Would one of you be so kind as to keep company to the women and children, make sure they stay safe? Or is there anybody here in town that would be able to suit that mantle?
I mean, some of the youngest of the elders are still here, and we still have a couple of able buddies. Rocco, I know I've heard of your adventuring, and that it's in your past, but you might be the most skilled of us.
Take the women and children. Barricade yourself in the leaky tap. That old building of mine won't turn you away and definitely won't disappoint. There's drinks behind the bar to secure the nerves of the older, and there are beds upstairs to put the children to rest. We are going to find them.
I hate to interrupt, but shouldn't the priority be to put out the fire? This is talking.
You see Lazuli, she has a resting bitch face right now. She's kind of not having any of it. And you see that she turns around, she just waves with her hand, and there's a gust of wind that just like the fire subsides to a point where like it's not blazing anymore. It's like, there, happy now? Can we go?
Sir Dark Elf, did you know you can't punch fire? Let's go.
Did you take that to mean I was going to try to punch it? Anyways, if that's taken care of. Oh.
Try to keep up. I'm not slowing down for any of you.
I would ask the person acting as the guide or whatever to make all of you make a perception check, and I don't know who's the most skilled tracker in you bunch.
Well, I mean, it would just make sense for
Almost
Rocco
certainly
to
not
be
me.
to go, regardless, just because he lives here.
Yeah, but to track.
That would be a survival check?
Yeah.
I have 2.
I have +1.
Perception.
Perception check.
Is Lazuli best tracker? My God, she has +3.
Okay, so which makes sense. So a perception check.
Ew, my perception sucks.
15.
I'm trying to find where my perception is.
Use your perception check to find your perception.
It's in your skills. You have a perception of +2.
2.
Yeah. So Azal is able to find the tracks. Uh, once they leave the city, they're not as obvious because there's not like just like a bunch of horses tracks. He's able to spot them. He's like, there, and Lazuli just starts like running in that direction, and she looks around and she's like, I know the woods well. We hang here with my friends. Follow me.
Okie dokie, artichokey.
Roku
And that's
just
all.
sprints, and I go fast. Real fast.
Jeez, instead of Master Roshi, we should have gotten you a picture of Godbert.
Who's Godbert?
A
Final
character
Fantasy
from Final
14.
Fantasy 14. Who is stupid fast and has a habit of suplexing his son.
That's pretty accurate too. He doesn't even have a shirt. It's awesome.
Yep.
Close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine him.
So, Roko and Lazuli are like faster than you guys. You seem to be trained into running really fast. Lazumi is just you can clearly tell that Roko is able to run quick, like faster than her, but he follows her lead. It takes roughly an hour to get close to what looks to be a war camp, and you're like maybe 500 feet away, and you see that a wooden barricade has been built around many tents and many men in armor wearing torches just walking in and out, and you see a huge archway made of stone, and in between it's like a half circle coming from it's basically like a door frame, and you see a shimmering like curtain of black and red energy just like buzzing like fire, like it's just flickering like a flame, and you send just like a buzz in the air. And Azael, you see that and you're sure of it. That's the energy you've been following now for a vague amount of time. And you look at the design, and you've seen it before. You've seen it in the notes of Volo. That's his design, but that's not like his execution. That's like it's crude. Like Volo would never do something like that, but it's clearly his design. And you know that like a portal, a permanent portal, that's something unheard of. It's something like it's a magical prowess that has been lost like centuries ago. That's basically Volo's life to try to figure it out.
You're allowed, motherfucker.
Indeed, good sir. The motherfuckers indeed. They must pay for their trespassing.
And Azel, you recognize them. They're
Hey, Hell
Hell
Knights.
Knights.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
god.
kill somebody.
Anyway, should we just go knock on the door, ask them to let us in, explain this misunderstanding, which I'm sure is the cause of all this?
Yeah, no. Last time we tried that, it didn't turn out so well for one of my companions that they took captive to try and abuse for his magical properties.
He sounds weak and pathetic.
Look like a puny, whiny little kid.
I like him already. Anyway, what is your plan?
Oh, and then I proceed to tell them exactly what I suspect that portal is.
That doesn't help me, and I do not care. I cannot punch a portal. Anyway, I don't think. I have never tried. Maybe I can punch a portal. It's left to be determined.
I mean, your hand will just go through, if that counts actually as a punch.
Usually when my hand goes through something, it feels pretty bad afterwards.
I don't think the portal's going to care.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna let that one slide.
Hmm.
So far, the best strategy is my going and knock on the front door strategy. So you better come up with something different, otherwise I'm just gonna go. I'm tired of waiting.
Lazuli's like, I'm with you, Rocco.
Allura puts her hands on both their shoulders. I have an idea. We
I'm
can look
listening.
like them to go in. They'll let us in.
Have you seen Rocco? Have you seen how puny they are? This will never work.
Do you trust me?
I don't very much know you.
Please just trust me or this won't work.
Think of it like flexing your mind muscle. This is like arm wrestling them.
Lazuli,
Think of you punching them with your brain.
Lazuli says, yeah, he doesn't have a lot of those.
I have a mighty brain. It is one of my greatest muscles.
And you shall prove it by tricking them into letting us in.
Exactly. Please, pretty, please.
I will trust you, tall lady.
Yay! And my name is Elrain. But you can say Allura for short.
I'm bad with names.
That's fine.
That is both the character and the player.
Allura moves her staff around and she does cast a spell seeming.
Okay. So, seeming will not stand up to physical interactions. Jesus. So, what do you look like, all you bunch?
She's trying to make them look like everyone look like one of them.
Okay, so generic white boy with a big armor.
Yep. Trying to fit in.
Why I gotta be white?
Because they're mostly white.
I look down at my arms covered in armor and it's like, my beautiful muscles are hidden.
Don't
What a-
worry, she'll make you look like Zorn.
What a shame to the world to not be able to lay eyes on my magnificent body for such a long time period.
You touch yourself, but you still feel your muscles.
Oh, never mind, false alert. My muscles will not be silenced.
Lazuli just looks at her hand and is like, "What is this?"
It's a little spell. It just so long as they don't try to look through it, we should be okay.
It's just a little spell. A fucking level 5 spell. It's just a little spell. I just picked it up.
Can I now go knock on the door?
Azel, your internal clock is pinging because someone who holds this type of magic should be or will be forced to report to the order. You don't know what these parts are, but you're like, oh God. She's either a renegade you've never heard of, or she should probably she will be forced.
All right, I hold on to that information for now.
Well,
And,
we can see how they go in or how they went in, and we can try to go in.
Oh god, does that mean I have to bring Saika's sister into this?
No.
Well, if you remember the backstory, Saika's sister is the one that's dealing with them and is part of the Magi, so...
Yeah. Lazuli turns to Rocco and she's just like, can we even fight this?
Have you seen me? Of course we can fight this. We can fight any obstacle so long as you have
No.
Rocco on your side.
She said fighting looking like this. She looks disgusted by what she looks like. She's
Oh.
like, ooh, I'm a man.
Just think about it as, pretending. I don't know.
She comes to Aluna like next to her, and she's like, she whispers in your ear, "If I look down, what will I see?"
You should still see what you're seeing right now. Why? Oh, you.
She's asking if you added the penis, Allura.
It's not really there. It's just.
Rocco
Hey.
looks down in his pants. Oh my god, what happened?
You can see Lazuli. She just like becomes like red.
My manhood has shrunk.
Oh, it never really shrank. It's still there and all there. It's just for 8 hours. It's all good.
I should go see a doctor.
No, she just made the tip invisible. You're fine.
Yeah. Let's just get this over with.
So
I don't need you fondling yourself.
how do you go about it?
Follow me. We're going in.
I think he should be the one doing it since he says he's met these people before. Looking at Azael.
But look at him. He looks like me right now, but normally he looks so scrawny and unreliable.
But he has wisdom that we don't have on this situation. If we go breaking doors down, they might see through the spell and make it all pointless. And her brother will get hurt. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what they want to do with people.
Nothing good in my experience.
Then all
Well
the
then.
better for you to lead the charge! Yay!
I will follow you, tall man.
Besides, didn't he say he was a bard? Those fellows are normally unnaturally charming and persuasive.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I'm a bard?
No.
Maybe the College of Fisticuffs.
I cast fist.
No, that's a muscle wizard.
We're following you. Do something.
I'm fine. I lead the way down to the gate.
There we go.
Okay. So the 5 of you just walk nonchalant to the gate, and like there's 2 people next to the gate, and one of them is like, "Where the fuck have you been?"
What? We were raiding the nearby village.
The others have came back like half an hour ago, maybe not even an hour. Where are your horses?
We don't need horses. We are mighty warriors capable of outrunning silly beasts.
What that one said.
Like they look at each other funny, and they turns back and is like, "Where's your commanding officer?"
I'm right here.
But what happened to your armor? You're wearing the armature armor.
Yeah, I don't want the locals to be able to tell who's in charge and pick me off. God, simple evasion tactics. Don't they teach this to you in bandit school?
Look around. He looks at the other, and then they look fucking confused. And he's like, "But bandit school?"
We require sustenance and water.
And Lazuli just slaps you, and she's like, "Shut up." He's like, "What's your name?" To Azal.
I'm Gorg.
What's yours?
I'm Dennis. I've never heard Gord.
Well, Dennis, I've never heard of you either. Perhaps that's why you were stuck around here at camp on guard duty.
Make a deception check.
Crit fail.
Please don't crit fail.
My God, you are annoying as fuck.
Doesn't matter what he says.
I know.
It's how he says it.
It's so goddamn annoying. Right. You can see like he's hurt his feelings, and he's like, "Oh, yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
ow.
put a good word for me at least. Maybe I could get off of this guard duty."
Tell you what, you stay up all night on guard duty, keeping a big lookout for dangerous characters, and I'll take you on the next raid.
Okay.
We still require food and water.
Don't forget to change your armor if you want people to.
I'll change back into the right proper uniform. Wouldn't want you all getting confused.
Yeah. Right. Open the gate. And you hear two men just like turn again, and it's like, and the two doors just open, and you see what seems to be.
I turn around to Lazuli and whisper to her, I could have punched the gate open.
You see what looks to be like 12 to 14 Hell Knights, just like going around the camp and stuff. And you can see one dude who still wears the symbol of the Hell Knights, but he's bare-chested, and he has like a kind of a warrior skirt, like reinforced warrior skirt, like on top of his pants, and he has a spear in his back, and he seems to be the one in charge, and he's next to the portal, and he's talking to one of the guards, and he seems to be like explaining something.
Now what? Is that the moment where I start punching people?
Yeah, you see Lazuli just crack her knuckles.
Not yet. We need a better understanding of just how many there are in here and of the layout. Free some of the captives to help us.
Understood. So I should yell out and ask where the captives are then.
Lazuli turns around and she's like, "He's such a wimp. There's only 14 of them."
I know, it's so annoying.
Yes, but how many of your fellow townsmen risk getting hurt if a full brawl gets out between them and us? I imagine they're all as strong as you and Roko.
Nobody is as strong as Roko. We've been over this before.
Exactly.
I mean, if they got Lapis, he was probably really hurt, because he would never have let himself get captured without a fight.
Exactly. They may all very well be wounded on top of it.
Lapis is gonna get a bit of a spanking when we get back. That was some unbecoming behavior for one of my pupils.
Lazuli turns around and she's like, "Can we now, like, officially agree that I'm the strongest one between the two of us?"
I mean, you haven't been captured, but you haven't defeated them yet.
We usually end up in a draw. It's unfair.
Well, you guys are twins.
Aurora
Anyway.
starts to wander around a little bit to see if she can find where the captives are while they're arguing.
Okay. It's hard to make out to make her out. Like, you realize that you're only 4, and you don't recognize Allura anymore because everybody looks kind of the same to you. Make a perception check. Again, that's +2.
Hang on, I actually fixed my character sheet this time.
Okay. So you walk around, you look like in the tents while nobody's looking, and while make a deception check for your how you act while people like pass next to you and do a military like sign and everything. And you're like, you do it awkwardly, but it just looks like somebody who's like not really good at it, or like you're maybe a freshman. I don't know in the armature. But it's okay. But they look at you weird, like you're one of the weirdos. And you're like, heh. It's weird because it doesn't change your voice. So I would avoid to talk. You know that. It doesn't change your voice. So, ladies, you are men. So it would sound like, hello, I am a man.
Yeah.
Flawless.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, yeah, you realize that you're only 4 now at the entrance, and they close the doors behind you.
But like I say, and she wandered off again. And I'm not sure if she knows she's going to figure out how to be able to see us again.
I'm sure she'll be able to find us. She is the one that cast the spell, right?
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
but I've never known if that can actually allow her to see through her own illusion.
Yeah, Leslie's like, I don't think it works that way.
We're the only 4 idiots standing around in a square.
She's like, look like
For
you
once
belong.
he has a point.
Look like you belong. And she's like, she takes her like her fake weapon and she's just like, puff her chest.
That's something she would do.
I will find sustenance, and I walk towards wherever there's food or water.
Okay, so you start walking towards the center of the camp where there's like a
I wonder
campfire.
how he's going to eat with the helmet he can't take off.
I don't know, but I want to watch him find out.
And you
I keep
find
following.
you
Sega would be
find-
looking for Allura.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay.
Good, so I'm gonna guess that Allura's an illusion wizard. What the fuck are you?
Oh, you don't know?
Wow,
Oh.
I suck. I can't tell her anymore, probably.
So Rocco, you just like enter the middle of the camp near the fire, and people are like drinking a little bit, but they're just allowed like half a pint, and they're eating, and you have the campfire, and just like enter there, and they all look at you while you see that like your 3 comrades are coming in the light too.
Ah, man after my own cloth. A good drink after a day of battle.
The guy next to the keg is like, haven't you received your half pint already?
I just want to be with. Wait, I haven't had a half pint. Are you calling me a liar?
You do smell like
In
alcohol.
your half pint of ale.
I always smell of alcohol. It's my natural musk. May I have a pint? Or half pint, whatever rations are around here.
Make a deception check.
God.
What's my...
This is gonna be good.
Oh, it's -1.
Fuck me.
Great.
Ah!
Oh my god!
When it
You
comes to
lucky piece of shit.
when it comes to alcohol, Rocco is on point.
He's like, okay.
Thank you, kind sir.
I wouldn't.
I raise my glass to you.
I wouldn't stay in the sun that much. And where are you from? Your accent is not from. Like, I've never heard that's the accent from Cheliax.
Well, I come from a small village on the outskirts. My father was spoke like this, and so did my mother. It's a long story.
Huh. It's rare for outsider to serve in the Cheliax forces of their own accord.
I've always been exceptional, I must say.
Okay. Here's your food. He turns around and he hands you a plate with like military rations.
Thank you. I will go eat it by the moonlight. Good night, my friends.
Fuck.
Eat well and drink better. And then he walks out.
Mm.
What of the others?
I just go up to the group and, do you guys know what that guy's smoking? Because I want some of it too.
They look at you and like give you a dead stare. I'm just gonna remind you that Chiliax is like the most oppressive country in the world.
Well, then they would obviously have an underground drug market.
Not in the military.
I think that one's taken one too many blows to the head.
Saika, make a deception check.
Yay. My rolls have been shit tonight.
And there's just some of
I know.
I know. Okay.
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you are so boring.
Right, if this story's going where we want it to go.
He's like, yeah. Seems like you have seems like your squad has spent too much time in the sun. You too have like a crazy accent. Are you like a full squad out of like another territory, not from Cheliax?
Yeah, some of us were forcibly brought in, other of us volunteered.
you hear Lazuli like with her fake men voice. Yeah, I was forced, but now I love it.
You better love it.
Get more food and ale as a servant than as a slave.
Ah, that's for sure. Talking of slaves, and he turns around. You see that like due to his armor, he's not like the in charge officer, but he probably outranks you guys because you have like the basic armor, like the only one like Aluna could see. She couldn't see like all the details and stuff like that. He ends you a scroll as well, and he's like, "Get that to the captain at once." Yeah, we went fishing today, and we brought a lot of slaves. We'll be able to build another one of those.
Where are the miscreants held, and where's the captain at? We just got back from patrol.
We got the captured east tent. Captain is there near the portal.
Gotcha. Come on, lads, bring your food too.
Aluna, make another perception check. And where are you going, Azel?
Well, you gave me the scroll for the captain, so we're gonna head the direction of the portal.
Okay. Rocco, what do you do? What are you doing?
So as I walked out of the tent with the food and stuff, I look at the plate and I scoff at it. This food isn't fit for the temple that is Rocco's body. And he just finds a corner and just drops it there, and then starts drinking the ale. This is inferior ale, but it'll do.
Okay.
And then he just wanders around.
Okay. Let's take a 5 minutes break. I'm just gonna go pee, and we'll resume for the second half of that session.
Sounds good.
Right. Be right back.
Yep. What the hell did poor Azale get himself into?
I should go get my food.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. This is funny though. So far, we failed on everything except when it matters.
I have returned.
Welcome
As
back.
have I.
Oh, bask in Roko's glory.
Also, the answer to your earlier question,
Did you
I'm
hear?
a Battle Master fighter.
Oh,
Okay, you're a fighter.
Yes.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Haha, bitch, I know what he is. He's a fighter.
There.
Also, Jen's getting food. Oh, there she is.
Yeah, I just got back.
Good.
No, chair, stop
So-
going down. God damn it.
So you guys go toward the portal, and you can like Azael. It's the first time that you've seen like quote unquote permanent portal, and it's like a sight to behold. You've like studied it so long, for so long with Volo and everything, and you're like impossible that this fool's idea worked in the end. And you can see like the shimmering curtain, and like now that you're closer to it, sometimes you see faces like of anguish and torment, just like
Hot.
and you can feel the heat now that you're closer to it.
right. So whatever you do, don't go through that.
Roko's not around, by the way. Just so that this very vital piece of information does not get to the one guy that probably should have it.
And you get next to the portal, where you see the man that is described earlier, where he's standing. And as you approach, he looks towards you and he looks at your hand and the scroll, and he finishes up the his discussion with the guy, and the guy does a military salute, and he's like, "At your command, Zalman." And he goes away. He's like, "How may I help you?"
I stick out the scroll. Bob wanted me to give you this.
Who? And he takes it.
One with the forgettable face. I call them all Bob.
Yeah. I cannot make you apart either. And he looks at you with disgust. And he looks at the scroll. Like, perfect. Soon we will move. The portal has regenerated and will be soon usable again.
How soon?
Probably by dawn, if we're lucky.
Okay. Any orders for Bob?
Get the man ready. Once another passed through the portal, we will move north.
plundering and raping, right?
Amongst other things, we have other portals to build.
Oh,
Right.
goody.
Continue building the network. I gotcha.
Now go. And he waves you away, and he turns around, and he starts like, he inspects the edge of the portal.
All right. Turn around. Walk away. Mutter to Saika. We need to find the others. We have till dawn.
Saika would nod and follow.
Aluna, you open a tent and you see a lot of people, shackled, with a cloth in their mouth, and they're just like, and there's maybe like 20 of them. It's a huge tent, and somebody takes you by the shoulder and turns you around. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he looks at his hand for a second, not understanding that like what's happening.
Just making sure the prisoners don't get away.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
Of course. That'd be funny if I double 20 both. Same number.
Double 12s?
You can see that he's confused. And Rocco, make a perception check.
Okay, so Rocco right now found a puddle, and he's currently flexing in front of the reflection. Make a perception check?
Yeah, with disadvantage.
Because you're distracted by yourself.
Makes sense. I understand.
Idiot.
Jeez.
Rocco is beautiful.
You turn around and you hear the commotion.
Rocco investigates.
So you find like two people in front of a tent, and somebody like clearly looking a little bit like uneasy, and the other one just like still looking at their hand and looking at them weird, and is like, "But I'm not to be relieved of my post for like an hour."
What is the matter? Rocco is here to solve all the problems.
Oh, God.
Everyone, Saika and Azael make a perception check, because I get I have the feeling Rocco talks loud.
Yup. Yeah, he does.
Perception. Wow.
Saika, you hear Rocco. It's not a difficult task.
Alright.
While Azael, you just hear people screaming. You
So I
don't
go
know.
tap Azael on the shoulder. This way. I hear the monk.
You don't know I'm a monk.
I don't, but I'm going to say it because I've had issues with monks.
Fair enough.
And so you see three Harmager, kind of having a discussion in front of a big tent. And so the three of you see another group of three approaching, and he's like, this one was going in the tent. It's off limit."
I heard rumors one got out.
That sounds like plausible explanation.
I went to count how many there were.
How many were there?
20.
Was there supposed to be 20? And he looks at the other one.
Yeah, tally is 20.
Then someone lied to me.
Scoundrels! Let's investigate. And Rocco walks off.
He's like, "Wait a second."
Waiting. He turns around.
He comes next to you and he's like, "What are the tenets of the order?"
Rocco punches him.
Oh, God damn it.
Which I believe, without even trying to think if he knows what it is. Appropriate response.
Could have just said something like beaches, bitches, and beer. But no. Punch.
I cast punch.
Roll for initiative, just you.
Yeah.
Okay, what's my initiative? Let me find it too.
It's Dex, yeah.
Well,
He actually acts before you, and he tries to grapple you to like prevent you from attacking him. So make either athletics or acrobatics.
athletics or acrobatics?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's +4.
Just- that's one. Okay, he tries to grapple you, but you're easily able to push him away.
Puny man trying to grapple me? You want to wrestle? How? Comical.
He gets pushed, and he's like, "We have a situation over here." And he looks at his hand and his arms, because he definitely didn't feel your armor, but your abs.
But my abs are steel hard.
Still, you're shirtless. That's weird.
Or is it fabulous?
And you hear, ding ding, ding ding ding, ding 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 ding. And you see people starting to run in your direction, and Lazuli puts, or you feel it because you can't tell anyone apart, but puts like her shoulder to your back, and she's like, "I've got you," and she takes a fighting stance.
Good. And then Rocco cracks his knuckles. Which
And-
is weird with metal gauntlets, but is...
Yeah, this is going to be a weird fight because you all look like L Knights. And now I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Do I reroll initiative, or...?
No, you keep the same one.
Okay.
It's just another turn.
Okay.
So you had 6.
Goodness sake.
And
Sorry, I forgot to click my token. One
it's
second.
fine. I'm gonna or reroll. I don't know.
I would say I've been mostly just going off my D&D Beyond sheet.
And
Didn't do it. God damn it.
Allura did. Saik. That's a 16. This one. Yeah. Oh, 5. That's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So everyone has. That's everyone? One,
No, I'm still not in there.
Okay. And you got 12.
Yeah, I go with the second one.
So one guard, one guard comes here, the other one's here, and they just like start slowly running in your direction, just getting closer. It's not much, but it's just a situation because they're unsure what's happening. But those two will try to grapple you. So it's another acrobatics or...
Grapple me?
Yeah.
Is it considered an attack?
No.
Oh. Okay, so it's... Nope.
Yeah. So you are grappled by one. They don't have to stay, the two of them. Yeah. No, you're grappled by 2. They have to stay. Otherwise, it makes no sense. So they're going to be there. And they have you, like, and they're trying to put you to the ground. Saik.
You're just getting closer to Rocco. Perfect range.
Well, they're not aware of what I am yet, right?
Nope.
All right. Well, then I'm going to spend my turn looking at. I know which one Azale is supposedly until he moves. So I'm just going to look in the group, and I'm going to look at the one Hell Knight I would see there, and use my action to try to look through the illusion if it's there to make sure I know who's who.
Just touch her.
Yeah,
It would be an investigation.
Yeah, but would you say you have used this spell before, and he knows of this spell?
I would say, yeah.
Okay, so you know
Okay.
that like it will hold up to any
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
visual cues. It's impossible to distinguish it by normal means, but just simply touching,
Okay.
if like the armor is there.
All right. Well, he would move to touch her shoulder just to confirm who it'd
There,
be.
there is no armor.
Okay. I know that's a friend. Unfortunately, wouldn't really do anything yet because I don't want to give away what I am yet.
Yeah.
So.
So you just move next to her.
Yeah.
Okay. Lazuli comes here, and she's a little bit short-tempered, and her adoptive papa is getting grappled to the ground. So she will strike with both her fists in the guy's face.
Punch,
wait,
punch, punch.
I've taught her well.
20. What's a hit? So that's gonna be 7. And for good measure, she's actually gonna move here. No, here's fine. And so she strike at him once, and she actually has advantage because he doesn't know. She strikes at him twice, and so she comes next to, she kind of do like a half like a circle to turn around, punch to the face, and then uppercut under the chin, and he just lays flat, and it becomes easier to fight the grapple.
Now you're alone with me.
And she comes here, and you can see that she takes a defensive stance.
Get your brother.
Roger that. And yeah, he's in the way, so she's gonna stay there, but she knows like what's her thing. Azale.
Visibility on myself.
So there's one Hell Knight next to you who just disappears. Saika.
Oh no, I don't see him. This is how normal people feel.
Okay.
And that's it.
That's it.
He's gonna hide in the corner where
All I
everybody
can do
else
for
dies.
this turn.
Roko.
I mean, you're in here with me. Punch him. So it's punches. +8. Is that a hit?
Yes.
Okay, I'll punch him again.
That's also a hit.
And I'll punch him a third time. So I'll just roll all the damage. That's 3d6 plus 12. Does he explode? Does he make a popping sound?
Plus 12, so you have plus 4. That's 5. On the second hit, he falls. So you actually have the third hit free. It's just like you just like come back up, pushing him in the way, and just like strike at him in the face, and then uppercut in the belly. But you see your fist on the other side, like in his back, breaking his in the spinal cord.
For soldiers in armor, they are quite weak.
Yes,
Take care of
they
your
are.
brother, Lazuli. I'm going to cover you. I walk forward and I'll punch him with my third attack.
Okay. So you go there and you actually like jump kick him in the chest, and there's like
Nope. Just punching.
so you punch him in the chest. You jump and punch him in the chest, and there's actually like a dent in his armor.
Superman punch.
And he's like, you can see that he's winded, and it like because of the dent in his armor, is like he has difficulties breathing.
What is it? Why
So he's
are
a
you
JoJo
breathing
character.
so heavily?
So they have like 10 health.
And you see the captain is like, take care of them, or I will. And he does nothing. Allura.
When Saika touched her, does she I'm assuming she realizes it's someone she knows, right? Or
Yeah, because you turn around and like doesn't look like hostility.
okay, she's going to move right.
And you're gonna feel no armor on his hand when he
Yeah.
touches your shoulder.
She's gonna move
it's
right
like
here,
Skin to skin.
and I gotta figure out how this spell works. Where is it?
Punching is simpler.
No, I'm gonna cast Storm Sphere, and I kind of want to I gotta figure out the 20 feet circle.
20.
I think it is.
Okay, so I can help with that.
Hey, Nick, can you throw a javelin at me? I kind of want to catch it.
Sure. Got you covered,
Okay.
bud.
Critical fail.
Yay!
Looks like this.
Yes.
What?
Go down. To the right. Down. Down. I want to see if I can get the two at the bottom.
Down again.
Yep. Go down. With that, clip the one at the bottom.
Not like this.
You know what? We'll go all the way down since he's going up. And we'll clip these people.
Like this?
Yep.
Okay. And what's the spell?
Storm Sphere.
Storm Sphere.
Yep.
That sounds deadly.
To enemies with 10 health, it's gonna be.
They have to
Allura
make
is
a...
magical. Allura is technically just a magical nuke. So
So a
She's
swirling.
she's like Trinia.
So a sphere of
Except more
whirling
whimsical
air
and less
springs
evil
into existence. The sphere remains there for the spell duration. Each creature in the spell, when it appears or ends its turn there, must succeed on a strength saving throw or take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. The space is difficult terrain. Until the space ends, you can use a bonus action to cause a bolt of lightning to leap from the center of the sphere toward one creature you can choose. Yeah! Between 60 feet. Okay, make a range attack.
and now
with
Nick's
that-
like, I like the spell.
No, I like it very much.
Now, you're gonna have to walk me through this. It's the first time I'm playing a
Okay.
wizard.
So, what's your DC?
Doop. I gotta figure where that is.
On
16, I think it says. Yeah, save DC. Mine's is 16.
16. Okay. So I'm gonna start with the two guys at the top. So it's a strength saving throw. So, okay. So 1, so he succeeds. 2, that one fails. So roll 2d6 for the damage of the spell, for the bludgeoning damage. That's -5. He fails. That's -5. He fails. That's -5. Oops. Not 53. Ooh, he actually fails. That's -5. He fails. That's -5. And he fails. That's -5. So you basically see like what a whirlwind would be if it was a sphere, and you can hear lightning. And since that's your action, as a bonus action, you can select one target who's within 60 feet of the center. So that's
So everybody.
anyone. And there's a bolt of lightning that's going to go on that person, and you need to make a spell range attack So your spell range attack, it's just next to your DC. It's +4.
So she's,
No, it's +8.
let's go for the one that's just right there.
Okay, so 1d20 +8. That's a hit. So now you roll 46 lightning damage.
That was a weird sound.
He is so toasted.
So yeah, so there's just like that goes on it, and he bakes in his armor, and the armor is intact.
Just a quick question. I'm assuming that the illusion spell is a concentration spell.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It's not. Wow.
Because it's a high level spell. He has a lower level one that's concentration, but the higher level, no.
I'm not sure I'm not sure Rocco is gonna appreciate fighting while looking like this.
Rocco is mad.
So yeah, the guy is toasted in his armor, and he's just like a fuming, dark, black corpse. And you are now concentrating, because it's a concentration spell. So anytime you take damage, you will have to roll to make sure you maintain your concentration.
Which thankfully I have advantage.
Because you have
She's gonna put herself back behind Saika on that one.
you have advantage on what? Maintain your concentration. Oh, you took that. Oh, clever girl.
Uh-huh.
Clever girl.
You've got Warcaster?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's played with you
So-
long enough. She knows how your mind works.
This
So
makes
this
shit
one's gonna
interesting.
come here. This one's gonna come here. This one's
Yeah.
gonna fucking go away.
Oh, more friends for Rocco.
More baby seals.
Wow, they can move that much through difficult terrain?
Oh, that's true. Sorry about that. So that one can.
Hello, friend.
Needs to stop here, actually. That one, that's...
Do you all want to do a race around camp and see who finishes first?
That's 10.
No.
No.
Lost.
That's 10. That's 20. Okay, so 3 of them are still caught in the whirlwind. They cannot, they have heavier armor. Oh no, they can spend twice their move. That's right.
Yeah.
That would be 10 and 15. So yeah, this one is safe, but he spent his action. So I'm just gonna put a small thing on him. Spent his action, running out, and they're just screaming and running out. And you don't hear them while they're in there, but when they're out, they're just like, ah! This one's out. This one can make it get out. Oh no, I cannot select that. And
Nick,
this
remind me, do you
one-
work with reagents or you don't work with reagents?
You decide for the components and stuff.
Yeah.
So you decide if you want to use a component pouch or a focus, which is like a crystal, a wand, stuff like that. So the component pouch is just for you. If there's an asterisk next to the M and a price to pay for a component, you have to do it to have it regardless.
Okay.
But if it's just like flavor text, you can use the flavor text, but you need your component pouch. So if a spell has the M component,
Yep.
you need your component pouch or focus to cast that spell. If you don't have them, you're basically disarmed, and you
Okay, and
cannot.
I'm pretty sure I have that, if I remember correct. Yeah, I do. Okay.
So you're a component pouch type of girl.
Yeah, because that's what it gave me.
Yeah, but you can decide if it's a focus or a component pouch.
Oh,
The-
then probably a focus would fit her better.
So it's like crystal, wand.
Can it be the
Stuff
ball
like
on the
that.
top of her staff, like in the picture?
Sure. That works. So without your staff, you cannot cast spell that have like an M requirement.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it for them. No. They need to attack. So the one in front of you, there's three of them on you.
Yes.
Yes, it's fine.
Rocco welcomes the challenge.
Wouldn't be a fair fight otherwise.
So one of them actually stays back and throws you a javelin.
Yay! I use my my reaction
Yes.
to deflect missile, which is when you do the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 2 plus 10.
Plus 2 plus 10. So that's 3 damage. So you catch the javelin.
Yes, and then if you reduce the damage to 0 and have a free hand, which I always do, you can spend 1 Kai point, which I will, to make a ranged attack as with a monk weapon.
So back at him.
So I throw the javelin back to sender. So that will be is it plus 8, right? Since it's considered a monk weapon.
Yes.
Okay, and what is a javelin? Only
No,
see if I hit.
you do your damage of monk weapon, so it's 1d6.
Okay, 1d6 plus
Yeah.
4. You drop this! Catch!
So you strike it back and catch him in the elbow and puts a knee down. He's like, hanging by a thread. And the second one in front of you, crit.
Oh, guess that's a hit.
And the third attack is a 5.
That does not hit.
So the crit is 13 points of damage, which is a maximum crit he can do. One guy is gonna try to strike Lazuli, but she used patient defense, so he has disadvantage. She's able to parry with like her. He's trying with a spear, and she's parrying with like her upper arms easily, using what you taught her. And Saika, there's only one who's able to reach you in time to strike at you. And
Do they know I'm an enemy at the moment?
That's actually right. So one guy comes behind you, and you're just like, aren't you going to go in there? Help them? Look like we have a mutiny on our hand.
Why do you think I'm right here? They're over here.
What? And he's confused. And it's your turn.
Now's the perfect time to confuse him further with a sword in his face.
It's your turn, Kyle.
All right. Oh, first I'm going to move right here.
Yes.
I love how Azel's like faded.
Remember that you can't see me, though. Yeah.
Yeah, he's invisible. No, I'm moving there on purpose. So, and then I will pull out my flail and short sword, and make an attack against the guy in front of me who just asked me, and then this guy down here.
He's like, you come next to him, and he's like, yeah, let's go together, and then you attack him.
Yep. All right, so the first guy, the guy in front of me, is going to be the flail hit. So, ooh, okay. Wow.
That's a miss. He has time to pull up his shield, and he's like, what are you doing?
Wouldn't he have advantage on that?
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
Doesn't expect it.
Yeah.
So reroll.
I know. I love how I can fail a +7.
There you go.
All right, so that guy, the damage for him. Oh, yeah, and since it's technically a type of weapon I'm proficient with, that adds the proficiency bonus to it, doesn't it?
Not for damage.
No,
Only for
not the
attack
damage.
roll.
Only for attack, got it. So that's already calculated in that hit
Yep.
roll. Okay. Cool. Make sure I'm writing down the right fucking equation.
You probably write +3 based on our arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Based on our arm wrestling, I know you more than
So you just sidestep. He's like, "We're gonna go, me and you," and you're just like,
So I can just brings a
doesn't
flail
see
down
it.
on his head.
he doesn't see it because like you have a spear, but you just start spinning your spear, and then
It's a flail, not a spear.
Yeah, but he
but
thinks
you have
it's
a
a spear.
Oh, he thinks I have a spear. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. It's a
How are
weird.
you doing
It's a
that
weird
with
fight.
your spear? This makes no sense.
So Azel, now you have clear confirmation that this one is with you,
Yep.
Gotcha.
and you have another attack, I think.
Yep. The second short sword attack will be against the guy down here.
Yes. Hold up a minute, and that's a hit, right
Yep.
on the nose.
Your response is no.
Duly noted.
Yep.
Did I say the captain was a tiefling? He's a tiefling.
Oh,
Forgot.
yeah. You know, yeah. You didn't specify that.
I mean, I don't know if he would see that considering he's in armor.
No, he's
Yeah,
not in armor. He's
Also, because
he's shirtless.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true.
also because my fighting style is two-weapon fighting, I can. Oh, cool.
Tiefling.
Like my style is two-weapon fighting, so I can add my ability modifier to the damage of the
Second weapon.
offhand. Yeah. So which modifier would that be?
So you are a battle master, so
Yes.
you have a second attack. So you
Uh-huh.
decide your second attack is with your flail or with your short sword.
The short sword.
And
Yep.
your bonus action is your two-ended strike.
Yeah. You attack 3 times.
Okay. So yeah. So I get an extra strike. Okay.
You're basically like Idrin. Idrin fights like that.
Yeah.
So I think it would be flail, short sword as a bonus action.
Oh yeah. So then let me roll that as the flail damage.
You continue like swirling your sword around, your spear around, and you down the other one who's like just taken by surprise.
Yeah.
And
I guess
then,
since I got the third strike, it would be towards that guy.
and then you go like lunging for a third strike with your short sword on the third guy, and you do have advantage, so roll twice for your short sword.
Seeing his 2 guys die doesn't give him like prepared.
Oh yeah, I mean at this point I would say you don't have advantage, so just once. So let's take the first one. That's a miss.
Mhm.
So do you want to move? Do you want to do something
It's like
else?
he's still friendly. He just murdered 2 of my friends.
Yep. Now I'm still where I am.
Okay. Okay. So it's Lazuli.
Get your
So-
brother.
She's like, in a minute. And she's gonna strike at the one in front of her. So first strike. Nope. So dink on the armor. Second strike, that's a hit for a solid 7. No, she's gonna strike at this one below to open the way for her. -5. She the first strike, he's able to pull up his shield, but then he puts it down and strike flying kick right in the face. She's really agile and limber, and you hear utter words of arcane power, and Azel, you and Allura, you get the feeling like, and she's moving like somatic movements, but like she's really fast. You've never seen someone cast that fast. It's actually impressive. And I'm just gonna check. Where is it? 2 extra. 7. Minus 7. and she takes to the sky, flying, and she zigzags
what?
a little bit, and she gets here, and right on top of the tent, and she is like 10 feet in the air, so she's 2 squares like up, and 2 of them will get an attack of opportunity on her. She doesn't have patient defense anymore, so that's +3, so that's 16. She has 16, yeah, so that's a hit, and 2 hits while she escapes. 2. So that's 3, 5, 6, 7. But she takes it, and she takes this guy regardless, and she's...
When I noticed that they attacked, just like, how dare you attack a teenage woman? Face Roko instead.
Azel, it's your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna cast Shatter at the uppermost group of 4, just so that it doesn't hit as Roko kicking the crap out of all of them.
Also, he keeps yelling his name like a Pokemon.
That helps as well.
Roko!
Blow up the top part of that fucking... Oh.
So Shatter is 10 feet?
10-foot radius, yep.
Okay, so you can take these 3.
Yeah, alright. Take the top 3 out.
Yeah. So that's what saving throw?
Con.
Con. So,
I've seen that spell enough to know by heart.
1 succeeds because he has 18, and I assume 18's of... oh! Yes. Because that's probably not one of the spells you have advantage when you're... no! What's your mark of the shadow again? Or mark of the shit? When you're...
Mark of the shit?
Deceitful Ambusher when targeting a single creature unaware of your presence.
Oh, a single creature, okay. So, yes, 1
Doesn't matter because the spell type isn't... no, wait. Evocation? Yeah, no, it's not one of the spell types either, so Shatter doesn't...
Cool.
Just half damage, rolling for damage now for anybody that succeeds.
So, he
They
dead,
all die.
and half damage on a success. So there's a big explosion right there, and they just all scatter. And Rocco, you think you did that?
I am mighty!
You did not do that, I yell.
My punches have gotten stronger with time. They literally detonate into the air like a mighty explosion.
Do you wish to move or use your bonus action as a...
I shall move.
I don't want to see Rocco meet Edrin so that Vince can drive himself crazy.
I wanted him to meet Ivan. They'd be like best friends.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Rocco, it's your turn.
You are brave men to stand before Rocco after seeing the might of my fists. I commend thee and give you one last chance to flee. Do they flee?
One of them flees. This one.
Well, I respect your courage. Now take my fist. 1d20. Oh, attack again.
That's a hit.
Attack a third time. That's not a hit. So it's going to be 1d6 plus 4.
Okay. So you make a big fist-size sculpture in his shield, but he was able to put it up like quick enough, and then you just like carry on with your movement, and the metal fist actually punches him in the face, and then you realize that your fist is actually like stuck in the shield. You try to punch him again with the other one, but like
It's awkward.
it's awkward, and you take it out, and he has like a size fist on the other side of his armor.
I step like down a bit and I'm like, my sizable muscles got in the way for another strike. But I will give you a chance again to flee. Rocco does not like beaten men.
Okay, it's he got his chance at a free action. Didn't take it, so you cannot move on your side on your turn.
Fair enough.
That was a proper fisting, wasn't it?
Rocco does everything with expertness. Hey.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
I got lost when I was saying my thing, so it'll work.
That's still how Saika would respond to that.
So this one actually dashes as a bonus action, and he gets here really fast, just like he's like, "Do I have to do everything myself?" And he strikes at you with his spear, Rocco, right in your back. That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
A cowardly attack by a cowardly small man.
That's 8 points of damage, and he's gonna follow it with 2 kicks. The first kick is 23. The second is 28.
They all hit.
The first kick is going to be 8 bludgeoning damage, and the second's going to be another 8. So he strikes at you in your back, like slices your back, and then kick right in your on your side, and the other kick actually your shoulder, and you hear it cracks a little bit. He is strong.
Well. There are people with muscles in this decrepit camp of yours.
Oh, will you just shut up, mortal?
Oh, you do not get to talk to Rocco like that. Rocco will fold you into many tiny balls.
Allura, it's your turn.
Just let me have 30 seconds to check something.
It's also really cool that in my picture I have my back to him, and that's where he attacked me.
Yeah, Master Roshi, it's definitely cool.
Okay. She puts her hand out and she summons a what's it called? Phantasmal blade? No, Shadow Blade. There it is.
Shadow Blade.
She's going to cast it at the
Darkness.
5th level spell of it.
Ooh, la 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 la. There's a blade.
Oh yeah, Vince, this
And
link
then
is
she's gonna
just for you.
strike
That's
at the
Godbird chasing his son.
yeah, she's gonna strike at him with the blade.
So Shadow Blade is a concentration spell. So since you're casting a concentration spell, you're losing concentration on the whirlwind.
Yep, because it's pointless to have up anymore.
Yeah, so plus 3. So you're doing 48. And 48, a hit. And showing you is a sword. Oh, it's a shadow blade in your hands.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that lands on its own. Okay, so yeah, so there's a shadow blade that can look like any weapon actually. That just appears in your hand. The shadow just like are pulled from like all the shadow of everyone and the tent and like trees and stuff like that, and you just like conglomerate, like get together and form this solid weapon that's in your hand. And now you can make an attack and you're proficient with it. So it's basically your It's either with your strength or your dexterity. So I guess you are more dexterous. So you have +4 actually to hit.
So
With that
1d20
weapon.
plus 4.
Yes. That's gonna stop. 15 is a hit. So you strike at his back. So you're gonna do 4d8. 11 points of shadow damage. Is it shadow damage? It is
Psychic
psychic
damage.
damage. So right in his back, and he's like, "Oh, you're there too." And he's gonna round up house kick you in the face.
Since he hit me, I do actually get a reaction to that, I think.
Yes.
Depending what your reaction is.
Malleable illusion. I think, no, hang on, where is it? It's the one where I get hit and it creates another illusion of me. Where the hell is it?
Illusory self.
Yeah, there it is. Illusionary self. Once per short rest, you can create an illusionary duplicate of yourself. When a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to interpose a duplicate between the attacker and yourself.
So he round kicks you in the face, but it just actually passes through, and you ducked and you're back up. And he's like, interesting. And do you want to move?
Shit, if I move, I'm gonna get hit. Or do I?
You can move in his. Yes, you're gonna get hit. if you move away from him, yeah.
Then no, she's probably not going to move.
Saika.
Okay, well, much as I would want to jump in and fight the other guy, there's the one dude down here, which means if I move, he gets his attack. So, well, I can attack, move, then do the other attack, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, first I'll do my first attempt attack at that guy.
Okay.
$24.
24, that's a hit.
And damage is 8.
With your flail, which...
Yep.
You brained him.
Yeah, you brained him. We see parts of his brain. And he just falls to the ground.
What a puny brain. Clearly not as trained as Rocco's.
Saika would then move up to here and make a second attack at the captain with the flail.
Okay.
$18.
That's a hit.
All right. And then with my hit, I'm going to expand a superiority dice
Yes.
because those are fun and I want to use them.
What do they do?
Allows me to do multiple different types of actions. Let me see
What do you want to do now?
This one is going to be disarming attack.
Okay. Interesting.
So when I hit with a weapon attack, I expand one superiority dice, which is a 1d8 or a 1d10 now. What is that? Because I know I did get a boost in it because of thingy.
Yeah, it's 1d10.
1d10, yep. So I get
Nice.
a 1d10, add that to the damage, and he has to make a DC 15 strength saving throw or be disarmed.
15?
Yep, DC 15 strength saving throw.
You're trying to remove his arms? Clever trick.
So do your damage.
Yep. So that's the base damage, which sucks, and then now we got the 1d10 added on. which also sucks. 6 damage.
So
Ouch.
you strike with your flail, and the chain of your flail goes around his spear, and you try to yank it away, but he maintains his grip. So you have to like untwist it and get it out, but you can launch for your short sword.
At which I will be making the short sword attack. $16.
That's a hit.
So which ability modifier do I put on that, since that's the...
You can either put your dexterity or strength. So that's 1d6 plus 3 or 1d6 plus 1.
Yeah, so definitely going with the 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah, you are a strong dude.
Yep.
That's a Solar 9.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I can really do.
Okay. So you strike at him right in the chest, and he's like, enough! And he puts his hand down. I would want Azael, Rocco, the Hell Knight, Saika, and Allura to make a strength saving throw.
Saving throw? Okay.
Yeah, a strength saving throw.
22.
I'm not great at those.
His little dude died and was pushed 10 feet away.
23.
At least I crit rolled at the right time.
Just gonna roll for damage. Rocco is dealt 17 points of damage, and he stands his ground. Is that it? Just wait a second. It says 12. No, he's dealt 7 points of damage, and he stands his ground. The same for Allura. 7 points of damage, and she stands her ground. Same for Saik, 7 points of damage, and he stands his ground. Azel is dealt the full extent of 14 points of damage, and you are pushed on the palisade. Please make a dex saving throw, not to fall prone on your face. You're good. You get back on your back on your feet, but you were pushed quite away. And as the dust disappears, this being is in place of your friend. He's like, I don't like playing with mortals. You shall all die for your impunity.
Aw, you're so cute! I'm gonna name you Sebastian. Yes, you're totally a Sebastian.
Don't name it, we have to kill it.
Aw, Saika!
It seems to have smaller muscles now.
Yeah, it's more slender, but he has a long tail, and it's like hovering over the ground.
I fight flying people all the time. My daughter flies higher than you do.
And since it's her turn, she's like, yeah, I actually fly higher. And,
Azuli, your brother.
In a moment. And,
I'll take care of this pest.
She throws 2 balls of light at the now creature, which both of them explode in his back, but don't seem to harm it at all. And she's like, and she looks annoyed, and she looks at you, Rocco, and she bites her lip a little, like in anger, and she murmur other arcane words as she puts her hands up, and she throws 4 rays of fire at the creature.
Clearly a demon. Fire isn't going to do anything.
It's more raging damage, but oh, it's a range attack. So that's a hit. That's a miss. That's it. So 2 hits. So that's 8, 13, 15 points of damage. A good hit. And that's 5, that's 7. And she goes down, like flying down, and actually like pierces the tent and disappears in the tent. Azel, it's your turn.
Okie dokie. Cast Guiding Bolt at it.
I'm assuming you have advantage on that.
That's an evocation, so I believe so.
No, it's because you're currently
You're invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
220, blah blah blah.
What is my thing? D20 plus 8. There we go for both of them.
So 14 plus 8, that hits.
46. Or that. Ugh.
46. That's a 10. That's
One.
that's sad.
Yeah.
But there's a bolt of light that just comes from nowhere. You hear the elf just like, and you see the bolt of light just gets on him. And does guiding bolt does something else? I don't remember.
Oh. Yes, it does.
The next
attack roll, yeah, has advantage.
Do you wish to move?
No, I'll stay there.
Okay.
Now, and Rocco now also thinks he did that.
Yes. Rocco, it's your turn.
Vile beast, lay gaze upon my resplendent body and know that at least in your dying throes you will get to cast your eyes on something so perfect.
No, he won't.
And I attack him.
You're still in armor.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, Rocco doesn't know that. He completely forgot about the illusion ages ago. So, with my first attack, I will use one of my key points to cast Fury of Blows, so I attack 4 times. And they're all with advantage, right?
Nope.
Guiding Bolt.
No, it's just the first hit.
So the first attack is with advantage.
Yes. So you're gonna have a total of 4 hits. The first one has advantage.
The first one hit.
24, yes. 23, yes. 11, no. 10, no.
Okay, so with my first hit, I will spend another key. So that's I'm gonna spend 2 key to have it stunning strike. So when you hit with a melee weapon attack, you can spend 1 key point to make the target stunned until the end of your next turn. If it fails a con saving throw with a DC of 14. So it's a DC 14 con saving throw, and then I will roll the damage, which will be 2d6 plus 8.
15 on the die.
That's a success.
But you strike, boom, and you see the like shockwave, like boom, boom, in his face. And that's a solid 14 points of damage.
And then as a bonus action, I'll spend another key point to patient defense. Oh wait, no wait, I already used my bonus action. I'm good. I can't do that. All is good. His turn. He gets to hit back now.
That's a. I just realized that you can basically blow through all your key points in the same turn.
Well, it's hard, but
But I mean, if you for a blow,
oh yeah,
left
I can
forward
actually
blow,
I can do a stunning strike on another attack. I'll do that.
yeah.
Succeed another con saving throw.
Oh. 14 on the die, and I'm not gonna lie, he has a plus on Constitution.
That's fine.
So it's
So he succeeds both times. Okay.
But he's annoyed by the damage, by the 2 hit that you punch him.
I can see the annoyance on his face. It's like annoyance is the emotion of weak beings. Do not fret. You are in front of a superior entity.
Annoyance is just weakness leaving the body.
Oh, good. Well, this is going to be amusing. He strikes at you in the face with his claw. He knee Saika under the chin with his knee, and with his tail he strikes at Allura. He kind of just swirls on himself and strikes in all directions at once. And so that's going to be 15 to hit Roko.
That's a hit.
That's a hit?
Yeah.
Huh.
Roko is not built well. I should have 16 AC, but I decided to play it more fun.
So that's a 14 claw to the face.
Ow.
Knee to the chin. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be a 16 knee to the face. And a tail slap on the beautiful Allura. 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
That's going to be a solid 12 in your face.
So when he clawed Roko in the face, he absolutely shattered the glasses that he's wearing. And Roko is like, "How dare you put a hand on a man's face, you foul beast!" And then he goes into his pant pockets and pulls out another pair of safety glasses and puts them on.
Allura, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration on your Shadow Blade.
Constitution, hang on.
With advantage.
Yep.
Yes. I hit you for 12. The DC was 10, so you're fine. Allura, it's your turn.
Well, she's gonna try to hit him with the Shadow Blade.
1d20 plus 4. That's 22. Solid hit. While he's just turning and coming back into place, hovering above ground, you just strike at him right in the guts. So that's 48? 46?
Yeah. 48.
48 psych damage. A solid 17. He turns around and he's like,
She has a pouty face on her face.
"You're becoming annoying."
You're mean. I need to teach you some manners.
He's gonna try to constrict you with his tail as a result. That's a 19 to hit.
That's obviously a hit.
I mean, if we're going by my armor class, I'm 10, so yeah.
Yes. So that's 4. That's at 8 points of damage. So roll another Constitution saving throw. You're fine. And you are restrained as he constricts you, and he switches place with you because he can move you. Roko, you have an attack of opportunity as he leaves your reach.
What about me? Don't I get an attack of opportunity as well?
No, you're still
No,
diagonal of him.
Yeah.
As he constricts her, she's just going, safe word, safe word!
Yeah, and you can see Rocco that like you get a hit before he leaves, but he's trying to put Allura between like you guys and him.
A cowardly strategy. Take my fist of justice. Ah, shit! I missed.
And you strike at him like on the shoulder blade, and he feels nothing.
He missed.
Saika.
All right. Well, Saika's
Saika,
calm
get
expression's
me
going to turn
down.
into a. Saika's calm expression's going to turn into a slight frown.
A slight frown.
Mm-hmm. And he is going to, because this is going to be fun. He is going to action surge.
Oh, I like action surge.
He's going to action surge and make 4 attacks with
Yes.
his flail against
5.
the demon fucker.
Yeah, 5 actually.
Well, 4 with the flail, 1 with the sword.
Yes.
Because the sword's the offhand.
So roll 5d20.
And they're all +7 though.
Yes. But roll 5d20.
Yep.
Because nobody had time for that.
Yep, 5d20. Jeez.
So 9, that's a miss.
21, 10,
21, that's
12, 30, 26.
So 2 hits.
2 hits.
So you have 1 hit with the flail and 1 hit with the short sword since it's the last one.
Yep.
So you see Saika go in a whirlwind of steel with his 2 weapons, just like he's faster than almost faster than Rocco.
I call bullshit.
He's also going to add a superiority dice to one of the hits with the flail.
Yeah.
And he's going to make a menacing attack with it. So when hit with the weapon attack, he has to make a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or is frightened of me.
He is frightened of you.
All right, so first. So 1d8 plus 3. So that's the base of the flail attack plus. So 12 from the flail hit.
Oh, that sucks. Frightened sucks.
Oh yeah, you can't get closer.
And then 4 from the sword stab.
So 10, 12, 16. You get the feeling you've seen Lazuri throw like balls of light. You've seen this invisible presence throw sparks of light. You've seen Rocco pound his face with his fists, but you get a feeling that your steel is really, you resist your steel. 8 points of damage. And that is hit. He's gonna make one. Actually, forgot about that. He's gonna make one claw attack against you with disadvantage. So that's 18, Saika.
That's a hit.
11 points of damage. And he's gonna slither like a serpent hovering over the ground. Over here. And you have an attack of opportunity as he leaves.
Isn't he frightened?
He is frightened and he's repositioning himself.
Meaning he can't voluntarily go in the direction of Saika. So he'd only be able to go backwards.
I mean, he's here. He was
Yeah.
like in that square.
So he can't go right or forward. He would have to
cannot
go
move
backwards.
closer.
Oh, okay.
So right now he's as close and he's getting away.
Eh,
That's how I see it.
Fair enough.
critical on the attack of opportunity.
So I said here. Oh, it's just 30. It would be 1, 2, here. With Allura, he's like, And yeah, so roll your damage. You roll your damage dice twice.
Let me smash.
So yeah, so that's so it would be 9 plus 6 because you don't roll the plus 3. Twice.
Yeah, so yeah, 9 plus 6.
So that's 15. Resisted. Still a solid hit, and he's here now. Azuri comes back out and flies up 2 squares just for show. And she's like, Rocco, they're all free. They're gonna get out as soon as we tell them.
Perfect.
That it's safe.
How's your brother?
He's still unconscious. He's been beaten up pretty bad, burned all over. I guess it's this creature that did it because I can not believe that he would fall to all these. And then she looks with disgust. Like less than fighters.
Can someone come smack Sebastian to knock me down?
Oh, right. And she flies away. Flies away towards the creature. Here, and as she's flying away, she just throws 2 balls of light. That's a hit. That's a hit. And she does 6. Ooh, solid 16 points of damage. Ooh. Ooh. And yeah, and she's gonna quickly utter words of power again, almost too fast to be a spell, and she's gonna throw 2 other balls of radiant fire energy in his direction, and she's gonna hit once. The other one he deflects. 6 points of damage. And she's en route, and she's like, "I'm coming, honey." And does he have a yeah? And he's gonna get here. He hasn't finished his action, and he actually tightened his tail grip on Allura, causing her to like scream in pain. And he gets closer to the portal, and he says, "I have a deal."
What?
And he gets her closer to the portal with his tail. "Let me go, or I throw her in."
But we were just starting to have fun. Don't you want to play some more fisticuffs?
I wish I could
Mano a
see-
mano. You versus me. You punch, I punch. Last man standing.
Hey, Nick, quick
No
question.
deal. I cast Hold Monster.
So after I menaced attacked him and he became frightened,
Yes.
after he got attacked, didn't he have to make a saving throw to make sure he's still holding Allura?
No, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to make any. She has to make a roll to get out.
Okay.
He maintains the hold automatically. She has to fight it.
Okay.
Which I can't do until my round happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that he's getting her. He's putting her closer, and now like her elbow is like passing through, and it's fucking warm.
Ow, 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 ow!
Which is why I cast Hold Monster.
Yeah, it was your turn.
It is indeed.
And you have advantage on that, I believe.
That one I do.
So he has disadvantage.
Wisdom saving throw.
Actually, wouldn't... Oh, yeah, he has disadvantage because it's his saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He succeeds. He has those things that allows him to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Bitch.
He's like, for a moment, he just like stiffens, and he just cracks his neck, and he's like, "I can sense you, sorcerer."
Roko
I move over there.
walks through the tent and just like barrels through everything and just comes out on the other side and shows up here. So how about it, vile beast? A contest of strength against the mighty Roko.
Strength, you say?
He's really good at arm wrestling.
I can arm wrestle a boulder into submission.
He really is. Please put me down, Sebastian. This really hurts. I promise I'll call you by a name that you want.
He looks at you like kind of amused. He's like, "I don't even need a contest. I leave here to fight another day. I don't want to go back.
That?
Or she comes with me."
Okay, so I need a ruling here, or like just a circumstance, because we are in the middle of combat right now, and it is my turn, meaning that if I kill him on my turn, he can't just like react, throw her into the portal.
So he has with his action, his interrupted action, whatever. He has enough movement to go in.
Okay.
So he's basically he did just like a 5 feet. And he's like, "I can go in. Like, I had the opening."
Leave the woman. We do not exchange lives. You can leave, cowardly beast, but know that you have the stain of defeat all over you. You have been bested.
"Oh, I'll be back."
And
Deal's a
Roko...
deal.
And Roko...
And he brings her closer, but he says, "But a deal's a deal."
Roko does not go all against his promises. Leave the woman here, and you shall be spared.
"We will see each other again."
It does not matter. So long as Roko breathes, you will not lay a hand on anybody he protects.
And
That means you care.
Roko cares about all his children.
And he releases Allura, and he slithers like a serpent, and just like goes away. Because while he's flying, he's just hovering above ground, but he has to do like a serpent thing. And he gets away.
Roko gets closer to the portal. He punches it.
So the actual frame?
Yeah, the frame.
Okay. It breaks some of the stone. You can see that the integrity of the thing is not really. It's not the strongest thing.
It is made of weak material, like the demon.
Yeah, and there's the guard still running away.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah, no. Guiding bolt at him.
You get it. He just falls.
Blech.
He doesn't see you. So while Roko, you turn around and you see the guy in the distance, and you just see like a spark of light just.
We do not hit people in the back. That is a cowardly act, sir. Still
Lazuli,
don't
and
remember your
Lazuli
name.
gets down, and she's like, "Was probably that creature."
Mm.
And people start coming out of the tent, and they're just like, and they have Lepiz on a like a kind of a. Let me see, yeah,
Yeah, Rocco jumps. Give me my boy! And he kind of cradles Lapis in his arms.
and yeah, you see that he has claw marks and like burns.
We'll bring him back to the leaky tap and tend to his wounds.
And Lazuli still has her like arms crossed, and she's like, "And what should we do with this? What is this?" Actually, pointing at the portal.
We should destroy it.
Yeah, they said they were building them, so we probably should take them out.
I just reappear at this point. Agreed. The fewer of these there are in the world, the better.
You actually have kind of an idea how to destroy it as well. Basically, it's just using deconstructing the magic you use for spells to let it go wild, add the portal, and destroy it, because wild magic is gonna make it unstable. Trinia would probably be better at this than you. But
I
basically,
mean, I can't just cast like dispel magic at it.
no, it doesn't work that way. It's a force of nature, basically. But it's basically a contest with it's a bidding war of how much spell slots you're willing to bet to give you. So basically, it's a best of 3, and you roll 1d20 against the DC, and you get a +1 per level of the slot you expend.
Should I just punch it?
And when do I do it? When do I decide that? Before rolling the d20, or
Yeah, before. It's basically kind of like a counter
Yeah.
spell. You have to like you can use any level of spell.
okay? I really hate these things because Volo's associated with them. I'm gonna expend a level 5 and and 2 level 4s.
No, it's 1 per round.
Okay.
But
level-
Lazuli sees you like getting ready, and she looks at Lura, and she's like, "Can we help?"
Allura looks at the portal to see if they can help.
You don't know how to, but maybe if because you get the you understand what he's doing, but you don't know why.
Maybe.
Lazuli, I would try punching it. That solves most of my problems.
That's not going to stop it, I think. She watches Azale for the moment to see what he does.
Rocco looks around at all the fallen guards like, sure, stop them.
And you see that Lazuli is trying to copy what Azale is doing. She looks at him, and she's doing the exact same thing.
Sure. Well, round 1 then.
So you're gonna expend a 5th level.
Yep.
Roll 1d20 plus 5. Okay. Lazuli does the same thing, but she doesn't have a level 5. But she goes all out. And okay. I'm actually going to roll. You didn't anticipate that, but you did know that doing that was dangerous and painful, and you get the backlash of the wild magic, and you are dealt 16 points of damage.
Ouch.
And Lazuli also scream in pain, but maintain like because there's like a ray of multicolor energy that comes out of Azal's palms and from Lazuli's, and she also scream in pain, and you can see Azal has like difficulty maintaining like the ray and the concentration to do that. She also. And Rocco, you just react, and Lazuli makes like a gesture, like, "No, it's okay, it's okay, I got this." Allura, do you wish to?
Yeah, she's
assist?
gonna assist.
What's the level of the spell?
Well, she can only go up to 4th level at this point.
Okay, so 1d20 plus 4, and expend a slot.
1d20.
Ooh, la 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 la!
That's very high.
Nice.
You are dealt damage for the backlash. So 12 points of damage, of force damage, of magic damage, like unstoppable damage. And the three of you are like concentrating and firing your rays at the portal. And then the portal just implodes, but the three of you are pushed away at least 10 feet. Lazuli gets like...
Rocco catches her.
Yeah. And
Saika would catch Allura.
yeah, say
And no one catches Zell.
I do a backflip and land on my feet.
you
Your pendant is there to keep you company.
you're back you actually like go back here. Make a dexterity check to see if striking the wood. Oh, okay, you're good. And like you just take it back with style. And
Parkour.
and yeah, the portal just crumbles. The archway just crumbles.
Let's get back to the village. I think we all need a drink.
Couldn't agree more.
You start
Agreed.
walking away, and all of you, and Azel, you just feel something. It's weird, and you turn around, and it's quite far, but you feel like just a star appeared, a little like a faint light, but it's like a feeling, and another faint light, and another faint light, and another faint light.
Rocco turns around and stares where Zell is staring. What you looking at?
And there's like many portals in the south, and this one was just like obscuring your vision. You've never felt like that many, even like you've traveled a land to get here, and that was the only portal you've sensed, but there's like maybe like 50, 40.
Problem for another day, I think.
I sometimes also stare at the stars and feel that one day one will fall on my mighty head and I will have to punch it back into the sky.
I'm gonna make a song about you.
It will be the most glorious of songs.
It'll be something. That's for sure.
Sebastian got away.
That's all right. He was a coward and a weak man.
It's okay. He's playing hide and seek, sweetie. Now we have to find him out.
You're right.
And
I always win.
and seed, I said. So thank you very much. Way.
Yay.
This is the last one shot. That know what it means? Avenger assemble.
Yeah.
Yay.
So does that mean that wasn't Carestia and fucking Savan in this one shot?
The first answer is because when I did the one shot, it was the fourth year.
Okay.
So they're nowhere near this place.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Basically, this takes place before our previous one shot.
So we already know where they are.
Okay, fair enough.
And
Okay.
they're not there.
So why did you have a one shot just to have fucking Steven running around?
Because it sets the scene for something grand.
Also, because he was the champion of the Battle Royale and deserved something special just for him.
Exactly.
It's not these magic items. You get a full session to yourself.
And it's really funny because it was kind of like Azael's because anyway, I'm gonna explain that more in detail, but it's funny because it's like the opening of like introducing more stuff about Azael, but like the main party is not there and knows nothing about it.
We're in Azel's character arc and no one knows anything.
Yeah, so we talked a lot about Volo. Still, no one knows who Volo is.
But I have a way of bringing it up now.
But I mean, what else would typify Azel than this?
Yeah, and also, it's just because most of these party members are dicks. So
Fuck you. I take
Yeah.
offense to that.
this actually went better than most of
You
his
would.
adventures.
I didn't almost die.
Yeah, you didn't get it.
Try to take on an army by yourself.
Holy shit, neither of my twins tried to fucking kill me. That was a surprise. Yeah.
Anyway, so you can, Azel, everyone, you can add 1 experience point to your sheet.
Yay.
Oh god, I
Hey,
gotta figure that out.
dang.
So I add an experience to Roko sheet.
Yeah,
Is that relevant?
it might be. I mean,
Adrian gets nothing from this. He didn't do shit.
I know Adrian doesn't get
I don't
anything.
know what the levels are at this point.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where fucking XP is.
but it's a
You know what? I'll
Oh yeah,
remember.
they did change that completely. So
Where is the XP on the D&D Beyond character sheet?
depends if you opened it with milestone or
I don't remember. I think I opened it with milestone.
yeah. So there's no XP.
But okay, well then where are the milestones?
It's just you go back and you level up.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So
So just make a note.
I will write in my notes that I kicked ass.
So
Anyway.
thank you everyone, and really happy to play again next Thursday with
Yeah.
everybody.
Yay!
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See ya. Talk to
Ciao,
you tomorrow.
ciao.
Man.
Bye. And this is where I end the live stream. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye.
bye, people.